Good job.
Good evening, ladies and gents. Lee Rainan here, doing a little bit of commentary for you. We've just had the start of the Michaelides Cameron Parker match. Yeah, beautiful. Awesome. Hey, jump on, bud. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, so Cameron's got 2 shots here. It's a round 4, matching the repechage or left-hand side of the draw, or the loser's bracket, whichever you want to call it. In the other match, we've got Brad Hill and Ace. Brad's been playing really, really well. Ace is not playing to his usual standard, but he's got 2 here. Looking to take advantage.
Be careful what you wish for. What colour is the brand? Alec.
Cameron's making good work of this. He's fallen a little bit out of position here, but all he needs to do is, if he pots this with a bit of top and runs up table, should be able to take the red into the right-hand middle. But then he's going to have a tough black. It's a great shot. Looks like he'll take this black into the left-hand corner. That's a beautiful out by Cameron. He played that really, really well. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know much about Cameron Parker, but yeah, he really seemed to strike that cue ball beautifully. It's a fairly large break there. Reds are looking really nice. Not the easiest starting ball, but they all do seem to link in with each other, so should be easy. Ace has pulled one back in his match against Brad Hill. Right, again, it's a round 4 losers bracket side or repechage side. But no, Cameron's decided to go yellow.
I have no idea. I wish it is the way you are.
So for the reds, because the reds are that little bit more open, you've got 2 yellows jammed up on the left-hand side, up against the rail there. Yeah, you might actually try the dislodge now. It didn't get it as really thick as what he'd like, but he's actually put them both on into the left-hand corner now. So now this is my first time seeing Michaelides play. From all reports, he's quite the player, so we'll have to see for ourselves. He's hit that well. So he's taking the red up near the left-hand corner. Yeah, now these two feature tables that we've got here, any balls near the rail, right, if you try and punch them into those corners at any sort of speed, right, unless you hit it super, super sweet, they are going to come out. Right, they will draw out. We saw it in the cash games last night. We've seen it in quite a few matches today. People just don't pay attention to what's happening on these broadcasts, because if they did, they'd know not to try and force them up those rails. The pockets just will not take them. Nice shot from Cameron. Just run this one into the centre pocket. Right, just screw it straight back over to pretty much where he is now. Right, and he'll be pretty set. Oh, wow. He has missed that by about a foot. Isn't that always the way, Dan? You give someone a rap? Every time. Well, that one just snuck into the corner. Yeah, sorry, into the centre pocket. Positional play using the jaws. Love it. He's hit that really nicely. He didn't have to really dig that deep into it. He could just run it through with a little bit of top, just brought the cue ball out a little bit more, make that black easier. But as Baden Jackson said, he's quite a good cueist, and he just rolled that black in like it was nothing. So 1-1.
He's had a couple of beers. He got Travis.
And we're back again. Just going to wander around the room, get a few score updates and so on, keep people updated. Over on table 32, we're just starting up the match between Marcus Harrison and JR. Table 31, we've got Jason Foster, I believe. Yep. Those matches are just getting underway at this stage. We've got Richard Neville and Mark Kerwood. Mark Kerwood's leading that one 2 frames to 1 at this point in time. Leading Steve Denton of New Zealand, 8 frames to 6. Fairly tight contest there. Just been told by Tim he's leading 8-6 over Gavin Vonderwall. Just had a report from Augusta, Georgia, who got up 8-5 over the junior Freakley, Kane Weekly. So it's a great result for Gus. Kane is a very talented player, so. We've got Tristan Massang up 5-1 on Sean Rogers. And soon to be 6-1 by the looks of this. Yep, 6-1 to Tristan Massang.
on, Geordie. It's in. Dip. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Yeah, Dipper! Alec, that's Nathan's mistake. You gotta run it!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back after an absolutely sensational performance on the tables. And I will be honest, I'm pretty knackered by this stage of the day. I don't know how Dan's feeling because he's been staring at a screen for what now? Is it 14 or 15 hours, Dan? 16 nearly. 15 and a half. And I'm not even going to try and pronounce this bloke's name from New Zealand. I've been told we just call him Kiri, so we're going to go with that.
Michaelides.
And the bloke's name down the bottom, that's how everybody's name should look. It's very easy to pronounce. Even Alec really presents a challenge if you don't know his surname.
Evreniadis.
And I don't know what's going on with Brad with the double D. Obviously, clearly his parents didn't want him to be the same as every other Brad in the world. Anyway, that's enough on the names. Now, my understanding is, Lee, that Brad was up 4-2 on Alec, and Alec has reeled him in.
He certainly was. Brad played absolutely awesome early, but yeah, Ace has done what Ace does. He's slowed the pace down quite a bit.
I don't know if it's possible to slow Brad Hill's pace down. He is not the fastest player on the planet.
Well, I think Ace has managed to do that.
Well, at the moment, he's in trouble. Has he got one or two?
Just one, I think.
I just think he can jam this out. Screw back up the other end of the table. That's what he's played for. Oh, he's got a huge result.
Look at this.
And I'll tell you what, Brad, where is his face? It must be sick. Yeah, he's not happy.
Big side.
But he's copped it on the chin like a proper person would.
Now, I have to tell you, Jamie, right, earlier today, right, I watched JR playing his first match on this table. On the left-hand side of the table that Alec and Brad Hill are playing on, he ran a ball up the rail. It hit the rail about, I don't know, an inch or so past the centre pocket. When it hit the balk line, it was off the rail by roughly 15 to 20 mil. And he curved its way straight back into that corner.
Has it done it since?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I was just wondering if it might have been some finger marks there.
No, it did it again.
The table I actually played on was crazy tight down the rails. Like I actually, before the match started, I grabbed 3 balls, put them in a line along the rail, and then belted a ball onto it down there. You could not pot them down the rail at pace, like using that method, which means trying to get behind the white ball and cue ball down the rail at pace. You had to hit it fairly soft, and even then you saw them come off 2 jaws and drop in like pretty heavily. Really tough table. When you're in the middle of the table and take him into the open pockets, it took the ball quite nicely, but yeah, down the rail, really tough. Yeah,
well, these 2 feature tables have been the same. You know, trying to play any shot down the rail at pace, unless it's hit incredibly sweet, the pockets just don't take them.
Yeah. Yeah, and I actually played on the right-hand side table, I think in the last match I played, like the last stream match I played, and I thought the table played awesome. So Brad Hill, I'm actually really surprised that Alec didn't finish that clearance. Sometimes you just need that little bit of luck, and then suddenly you get that clearance and you can just blow out a score.
Brad Hill's got 2 shots here as well. Ace played a shot up the top to bring the white ball down and end up dropping the white into the centre bag.
Oh, that's right, I did see that. I actually
Yeah.
thought that was a bit unfortunate. Oh, that's missed by a kilometre. Look at that.
Wow.
I reckon that might be...
Cameron
not-
Parker's beaten himself up pretty hard over
Yeah, that
missing
was
that.
filthy, that shot.
Now, with all these soldiers on the table, you can expect him to be copping snooker after snooker now.
Has he got one or two?
Only one shot.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was talking about Brad.
No, Brad's got two.
So he's playing for the double maybe, or is he going to play for the plant and get the extraction?
I think he'll play for the plant and run the extraction.
I would actually play the double here.
Oh, hang on.
Pop the ball over the hole. He's got to try and clear the red.
That's
Don't mind
really tight to that black. I'm in perfect line with it. Jeez, that missed the black by about a 15th of an inch.
It's not that good a result.
No.
But even still, you can just drop this yellow into the corner,
Yeah.
and he's right on the ball in the middle. And he's
Yeah.
still got his two shots. He can then double
run the double.
yeah, and he can just
Yeah.
promote it with one if he wants to.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if he does miss the yellow to the middle, then he can actually play the ball on the rail, just bump it off and get a snooker.
Yeah.
So he's got tons of options available to him. I don't know why he's looking to cut, like to be on a cut with this. I'd want to be really straight on this, just so I can just play it nice and soft and dead weight and just drop it in. If anything, I want to go on to the left. The white will go on the left-hand side of the table, not towards the cushion. Well, he has actually got pretty straight on, I think.
Yeah, he's,
Looks good. I expect him to get this.
I must tell you, like, you said Brad's not the quickest player around, and you're dead right. The whole reason that with all tables supposed to be running, especially the feature tables, was supposed to be running the 20-20 shot clock, was to avoid a lot of this unnecessary time wasting and stuff.
Yeah, it's he doesn't do it on purpose. It's just his style. I was talking to Scott Peel. I played him in the Monday Night League that's just restarted, the VPPL, and Scotty was my first opponent. We're having a bit of a chat afterwards, and he practices a lot with Brad. And he actually said that one day Brad tried to speed up when he was practicing, and he was just missing everything. So he likes to be double, triple check everything that he does. It's just the way he plays.
So he's a very deliberate player.
Yeah, and you'll notice he feathers. Wow, he's gone. I can't believe he's gone that.
Why would he have done that?
I don't know why he didn't just drop it in the middle and then play the double. But anyway, he's got the backup snooker now. I can't see him playing it off the yellow because it's too risky, and he's not a high risk player. But yeah, sometimes he will feather us like 20 times. It takes a really long time for him to complete the shot.
I remember there was a guy I played 9-ball with 5 or 6 years ago in the Australian 9-balls. He would feather the ball, I swear to God, about 80 times before he'd actually play a shot. They were all...
Well, I don't reckon he meant to pot that. Not in a million years he tried to pot that. It's if you want to leave yourself this.
And they were all tiny little feathers like what Benny Noonan does when he's really flying. He'd do about 80 of them in a row.
I reckon James O'Reilly does about 80, but it takes him about 4 seconds to do it.
So Brad's in a world of hurt here. You know?
He actually is. He's actually forced to take this to the top right-hand corner, and he can probably just use like stunning to the jaw to hold the white.
Well, I'll tell you the shot I'd actually consider doing. I'd consider just playing the long double on the yellow and just draw the white ball exactly back to where it is now.
That's the first shot I saw, but you have such a high risk of doubling it off the back cushion and hitting the black or maybe the red and then making it on.
Yeah. Well,
the only way you could avoid that is if you doubled the yellow quite straight and then you screwed back more to the right-hand side of the table. So instead of doubling it towards the bottom right-hand corner and risking getting a cannon or something, you're doubling it straight and screwing back.
He's digging down pretty hard into this.
Oh, he's definitely going to play it. That's the way he plays. In fact, I'd almost play the same shot. But look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Now, he's found the gap there. but he had no idea exactly if he was going to pick that. If he's actually judged it that well, then that's a sensational shot.
If he has, he's a freak.
The risk was hitting one of those balls and making it on.
Yeah.
But as it's turned out, sensational shot, and I don't think Alec is totaled either.
No, either do I. Well, the camera angles are deceiving, but you can see that the black is sitting up a fair bit higher than where the red is.
Which means he'll be able to play a containing shot. He'll be able to flick off the red and get the white safe, but he's going to probably kill the red in the process. But it's one of those shots where, well, if you want to have another shot in the frame and you have to kill your ball to do it, well, then you've got no choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would suspect that we might see Alec try and put the white ball on the bottom rail in line with the yellow. That way it's really hard for Brad to play a safety off it as well and get the white safe.
Yeah, it's a very good point.
Oh, look at this shot. He just hasn't got way out. These rails on this table,
Yeah,
I swear to you, this whole table is slow as hell.
That absolutely died in the ass.
If that had been on the table that we're looking at on the other screen, on like to the right-hand side, that would have actually probably landed perfect. And I think Alec probably is aware of that too.
Yeah, he's
But
not.
he didn't have the perfect line on that either to actually maximise chance of getting that snooker line that he was aiming for.
Yeah, I could see the shot that he was playing. He was trying to drop the white ball in behind the in the line of the black ball. But yeah, like I said, it just died. It took about 3 rolls out of the cue ball.
Yeah. So Brad goes 5-all. And what I would have to say was a really strange choice of shot halfway through that pot out where he took the face cut double on.
Yeah. Yeah, to the life of me, I cannot figure that out. So how have your results been today, Jamie?
After my first horrible match where I just obviously wasn't settled, since I've settled down, I've actually played quite well. And I've won very comfortably. I think it's been 8-3 both times.
Oh, very nice.
But, you know, I wish I was playing another 10 matches tonight. I've got to come back at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, which is why I'm probably not going to stay till the very end here. I've got to drive home to Ballarat, so that's another hour and a half away. And then I've got to be back in the morning at 9, and then I've got to face the whole challenge again of trying to be firing. And I'm renowned for being terrible in the morning, as a lot of people are.
Lots of Red Bull, Jamie, lots of Red Bull.
Oh, no, that makes me worse. Anything that makes me jitter is even worse. I get the shakes. No good.
Yeah. I unfortunately have the rather unique distinction of losing both my first round winners and losers matches with a hill scoreline. So
actually sick.
I was hitting the ball quite well, just didn't get the roll in the final deciding frame.
I reckon, oh no, he's still okay. You still can come off the back rail and kick both of these out. One would think the black's going to get pushed up this yellow though. And you don't want to push it up hard up. Well, why is he not? I would actually be pushing their black up. But this is okay because he's just made sure that you can't kick this out. It's going to be the same result. Only reason thing is he can
here we go.
Black
He's
now.
going the black.
I don't reckon the angle's there. Yeah, the angle wasn't there. But there's no foul snooker.
No.
So this is the reason why you eliminate your yellow first and then play the shot that he just played. But you know what? He'll do that now. He'll be like, oh, okay, well, I should have done this a shot earlier. Now I'll put the white over there, and then he's going to be in huge trouble. And I do not like the way he's played that. I would much rather play that into the bottom cushion, and that way you can judge the pace a lot better to be on the side rail and further down the table.
Yep.
Maybe he just didn't want to risk going in the jaws, I don't know, but you just don't hit it that close to the jaws. But I reckon there's a chance to just develop a touch. No, he's hit it too full. Wow.
How is that yellow not dropped? That is so far into that corner.
He has to double the black up and down now. He has no choice. I just don't think he can unless he can hit the left-hand side of these two reds just to stay in at another shot. But well, he could. That's a really good shot. I am very impressed with that.
That's a very good shot.
He's actually just got himself in a position where he can win again.
Yeah.
Whereas before it didn't look like he could.
No, this young Kiri from New Zealand, he's certainly got a bit of game about him.
Tactically, a very good shot. Now, do you backdoor the black here and get it away from the pocket, or he's going to stick to his last couple of shots that he's played and just bury this white left-hand side of the table? You see how lackadaisical that is?
Yeah.
That's actually a really bad shot.
So you can tell by Cameron. Like, we were talking about it last night with Rusty, right? And no offence to this, Rusty, but Cameron's body language there was just very, well, whatever sort of thing. He wasn't playing with. He didn't really play with any purpose.
This will kick out.
Yeah. Oh.
He's actually hit it a touch too thin. That's all it was. But he's still well and truly in his frame.
Hey, over in the other match, Brad Hill's on yellow, right, and he's got a fairly straightforward run out here.
Is he going to hit a rail? He hasn't, and that's a foul. And that is a sick way to lose his frame after playing a series of really good shots to stay in the frame.
Yeah, he's called foul snooker.
Brad doesn't actually need to screw this. He can just actually play plain ball. It'll just clear the red nicely. I don't even know why he's screwing off. It's the only way you can actually miss the shot. He's played it well. But if he hits that underside of the red, he actually could get in trouble.
Yeah, that's right.
I would have just let the natural path take that shot.
Off the bottom rail, just let it run up into it.
I'm probably being overcritical now. But the other reason I would have liked it is he's actually got to get the white right out now.
Yeah.
Whereas if the white ball's lower, he can come off side cushion and back to the centre table for the black in the same pocket.
Oh, off this shot, he can come off the bottom rail and, like, if you play with a bit of bottom right.
He needs to put a bit on this, and he's got to hit it well. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Just when he's got it, when he has to play something that requires a bit of work. See, he has to be hitting that probably twice the pace, and with more side.
Yeah.
To actually miss the red, swing right around the angles off the left-hand side cushion and be behind the black.
So he hit centre ball right. Right. He didn't aim low at all, so there was no way of it coming out and around the angles to get up.
With that shot, you don't want to hit too low and screw it.
Yeah, it's more of a stun punch
Yeah.
sort of shot. Yeah.
But it's one of those shots where you can't hit it too hard, otherwise the white throws wide and you end up coming too square off the rails and then you're low on the black.
Yeah.
So you actually need to play. Let's say you've got to play the shot with a lot of accuracy, which is why I would have much rather just float the second last ball in and then just have the natural angle off the side cushion and back out for the black. There's no work to do then.
Yeah. All right, what does he do here?
He plays a triple. I can't see another shot, honestly. I think the triple might be on. I don't know if that red that's in the centre of the table there is blocking the second rail.
Yeah, I think it is.
He's checking it now. I don't think you can just flick off this and hope Alec misses. I think you've got to take it on. You've got to try and make something of it.
He's trying to cut this.
If he cuts this in, I'll eat it. See, I don't like that shot.
Come on, Dip. Come on,
But
Unless
it keeps him in the frame.
Unless what he was trying to do was set the black right on that rail, knowing how tight the shots down the rail are, to make Alec think about it a little bit more.
That's exactly what he's done. He basically wants Alec to attack him and have a go at the black himself. But all Alec is doing right now is
look what Kiri's doing here. Why wouldn't you just use a rest?
No, he doesn't like it.
Whether you
How the hell has that stayed over the hole? I swear I saw it like lower. It's I don't know how it stayed over.
That's ridiculous.
So Alec is doing two things here. One, he's got a concern with this ball along the bottom rail at the moment, right? The other thing he's looking for is the best way to extract the black and bring it into play. But my belief is he wants to eliminate this bottom ball along the cushion before he plays the extraction on the black, because it's a potential pitfall in this out.
Yeah, that is the ball that can cost him the frame. Yeah, Michaelides got one of the most bizarre laughs going at the moment.
So Alec might play this bottom ball, the ball at the top, and just get a snooker. And then Brad's got to come out of it and try and hit a dead weight if he wants to leave it on the rail, or he can smash it and try and jag it.
Yeah, is it just me, or did Michaelides laugh even have an English accent?
No, that was Paul Hancock's laugh.
Oh, it was Paul Hancock, was it?
Yeah, I like the way Alec. Oh, I tell you what, it needs to run. He's okay. It's probably gone too far. He didn't want that to hang over the middle pocket, give Brad the chance to come off the bottom cushion and smack it in off the red.
And he's got the safe cue ball, which was exactly what he was looking for. And he's got the snooker as well. But
see, if I'm Brad here, I'm calling total. I'm coming off the bottom rail with a fair bit of left-hand side, and I'm trying to come off a second rail as well.
Yeah.
And kick the black in the open, and then Alec's red stays near that rail, and then he's got two sort of tricky balls to deal with.
Yeah, but what Alec's going to be hoping is that he actually plays this shot with a bit of pace, runs the black ball up past that red, right, and the cue ball stays roughly where the black is. So then all he has to do is just nudge into the red, and he's fat in for another snooker.
Oh, that or he might have an opportunity. I don't know what's going on here. He's fouling, obviously, but he's going to push another ball to the bottom rail and try and put the white ball hard up on the other red, like this. It's not bad thinking. He's played it pretty poorly. But still a lot of work here to do for Alec. It's not exactly like the most straightforward out you've ever seen in your life. He could opt to play this red into the right-hand side of the black and just open them both up, but then he's still got to deal with this ball on the bottom rail, and we do know that they're tricky along the rails, so. Might try and squeeze this off the black the way he's hitting this. No. And that is a very nice shot, and I will tell you why, because he can now get on the left-hand side of the table and play the ball on the rail underneath that red with probably any fear of missing it at all. Well, he's overplayed that a little. May play the snooker now.
Well, have a look at this cluster of absolute crap in the Kyriakos Cameron match.
Every time I see his name, I keep thinking of Nick Kyriakos. Just don't see many names with KY.
No.
Actually, he's not even KY, he's KR something. Isn't he?
KYR.
Yeah, he's KR. Is he
KYR.
KYR or KRY?
No, KYR.
Too many KYRs.
Yeah, it's a bit of a Greek thing.
Why haven't they should have a bit of Opolis on the end?
Opolis, Arcus, and Edes.
And don't forget Con the Fruiterer.
Yeah, how are you today?
Not a good shot. Now, what will Brad Hill do here? Alec has now put him in a position where there's no way he can feel comfortable about this.
Well, everything we thought Brad Hill will do up to this point in time, he's done something totally different, so.
I just think at this point, you've just got to smash this. Just go for a jag. You just digging this giant hole for yourself, but Brad is ever the fighter and trying to bury that white under the red. Hasn't succeeded, I don't think. I think Alec can play this red that's just up and to the left.
Brad trying to play this containment sort of game against someone of Ace's calibre is, 9 times out of 10, it's going to backfire on you.
Well, I think he's decided that, you know what, I'm going to make him earn the frame in the hardest way possible. Look at this curve in. Holy, that in like you would not believe. Well, that is curved about half a ball and nap that heavy. That's not a roll, it's just the nap taking it in. But
yeah. That's frightening.
I just don't see, there's no way he can lose his frame.
No.
That red ball up the top will be last in the centre or the corner, depending on where he lands. And if he's running the black down with 2, that will be the plan.
No, his link ball to the black will be the one into that right hand centre. Tell you what, if Brad was to beat Alec in this match, that would be Alec eliminated from the big guns. That's a big scalp out of the tournament. It's a massive scalp out of the tournament.
If Brady's actually going to win this match, he actually needs to take the chances when they're there. I mean, I know that sounds stupid, everybody's going to do that, but he had a really big opportunity before, and I just don't think he's seen the path, or the easy path to make it sort of almost foolproof.
And look, not everybody can.
Mate, as I said, I'm sitting here looking at the screen and it's easy. When I'm out there, I'm probably missing half the shots myself and doing everything wrong, and someone else is sitting here saying, what is this imbecile doing?
Oh, exactly right. And also don't forget, we've been here for better part of 13, 14, 15 plus hours so far today. So you've got the whole fatigue factor kicking in now.
And what fatigue does more than anything is basically force bad decisions out of you without you realising. You just start making incorrect choices.
Well, I know I personally played 36 frames of 8 ball over the space of about 7 hours today. No, I was absolutely wiped at the end of it. I was just smashing balls around myself.
You might have actually almost played more frames than me, and I've played 3 matches. What have I played on? 8, 16.
How has that ball stuck and not dropped in the centre? Hey, stick your head over here, Jamie. Have a look. Have a look how deep in it is.
That is pretty deep, isn't it?
That is way deep.
Yeah, I've played 37 frames today.
37 frames.
I just added it up.
Well, if we could replay that shot, you'll see just how deep that yellow ball is in the pocket. Cameron Parker has tried a double and it hit the jaw and didn't knock that yellow in.
Is he on the yellows now, is he? Or no, the reds are in play.
No, reds are in play now. Yeah, he's actually doubled. The ball has hit the jaw next to the yellow and the yellow has not dropped.
That's a super shot. That was so risky, but it's turned out nice.
It's one thing I've noticed with a lot of the Kiwi players. They're really prepared to chance their arm.
Oh, you got no. The fellow I played, Healy, he's not afraid to throw the cue at the ball at all. Very, very carefree, and I swear to you, he made one out against me in less than 30 seconds.
Wow.
He just bang, 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 bang. He didn't even really think he needed to look anywhere. He just knew what was going on.
Well, I've watched a few of them play, especially Baden Jackson. And he's got some definite skills to him, that man. Right?
Good player.
And he was absolutely cracking the ball in, right, at ridiculous speeds. Right, like there was just absolutely nothing. It's a totally natural thing for him.
What was the guy's name from New Zealand we were commentating against Alec when Alec got lost to him? Simon Singleton?
Simon Singleton, yeah.
He's the best one I've seen so far. I don't know what the New Zealand rankings are for the players that have come over, like who's the top ranked New Zealand player that's here at the moment. But I'm going to take a stab and say that Simon Singleton is right up there. Oh, he's just hit that red. Like, he is just minuscule with it. I wonder if the question was asked, was a foul, because I know it wasn't. I actually don't believe I've seen Cameron Parker play before. First time I think I've seen him.
It was funny, in the first frame I saw him play, he made an absolutely beautiful out, and he was just hitting the ball super clean. So I've gone, oh yeah, okay, here we go, right. This guy's really got some goods, and yeah, he very much fell in a little bit of a hole there, but hey, he was 5-1 down, he's now pegged it back to 5-3, so he's got a bit of fight to him.
It's actually incredible how many players are playing the big guns this year. I've got no idea who they are. Must have got a lot of new faces, new entries this year.
Oh, absolutely. There really has been. I mean, what do we get? 141 entrants
Something like that, yeah.
in the men's this year. About 40 something in the ladies as well. Something like that. So there's a hell of a lot of entrants this year, a lot more than any other year. Right? And I think there was close to a dozen came over from New Zealand. But 4 from England and Stevie Dempsey from Ireland as well.
Yeah, I reckon it's great seeing these internationals.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Got a few guys from Tassie as well. Internationals.
Hey, don't they count as 2?
Well, depends if they've had a chop or not.
But no, it can only benefit the game. I've heard some people like cracking their heads going, oh, why are these internationals coming over and taking our money and all that sort of stuff? But the bottom line is, if you want to play in a tournament like this, right, this is the calibre of player you have to beat.
Well, if you want to talk about them taking our money, there's 2 words: get good.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the whole reason why I played it this year. Right? I came in knowing that I was basically a 0 chance to win it, right? But I was coming in purely for the experience of playing against better players in the pressure cooker atmosphere, right? Develop my game somewhat, and I'll tell you, I played some of the best shots I think I've ever played on a pool or snooker table, for that matter.
And as long as you've learned something from the day,
yeah,
it's a benefit. I came here this tournament purely to donate and knock a few people off and ruffle a few feathers while I was at it. But yeah, and I've actually, as I said, once I played that second match, I've actually quite enjoyed it today.
Yeah. Well, even though I lost in those 2 hill matches, right, which is an incredible skill, you should try it one time. Yeah, I've very much enjoyed it. Right, everyone's been in really good spirits. There's been no animosity, right, and I've seen some really good pool. I've seen some pretty ordinary stuff, probably more so from myself than anyone. But yeah, it's been really good. A really great atmosphere.
Well, this Cameron Parker, I reckon he could play a bit. I mean, he's just missed that pot. Fair enough, it wasn't easy, but some of his shot selection has been quite impressive. Now, Alec has actually got himself in a little bit of a hole here. And
What is Alec?
Hang on, I shouldn't say that. Maybe this yellow goes in the middle. It probably does. In which case, it's not that bad.
I don't know. It looks pretty tight onto that red.
But he still needs to get to the right-hand side of the table off his ball in the middle. Are we seeing a safety shot here from Alec? Flick off the right side, white ball top corner. Only leaves the ball over the hole.
Cameron Parker,
That's what we're going to see.
as long as he can control this cue ball and not run too far, yeah, he's all right.
Oh, wow, what a shot from Alec. And he's just got a little bit too much angle on the plant, and he's killed the yellow to the side rail. Meanwhile, Cameron Parker on the black. And we saw him miss a black like this earlier, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, he's done it again. Okay, so...
You mozzed him, Jamie. You mozzed him.
He moves a lot. He pulls his arm up and all sorts of stuff. He just needs to make his action a bit more solid.
Yeah, he's not solid at the table. Yeah. That was one thing. I had a session with Scotty Matthews recently, right? And that was one thing he was telling me. You've got to keep your head down, right? You don't drop your elbow, all that sort of stuff. Right, and used it today and started playing really, really nicely.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, viewers, I'm very sorry to say they're firing up the karaoke machine again. And we can only hope to hell that Sahil doesn't get on there, because that's just frightening.
Sahil loves it, doesn't he?
Oh, he does.
Now, does Brad play the sensible shot, bump this over the middle, or does he get a little bit more extravagant and try and play it down the corner? Now, the reason I suggest both options is they both have elements of danger to them, because if you just drop this over the centre, you give Alec a chance to double the right-hand side yellow into the corner, bottom left, and hold the white for the last yellow.
If he leaves the white, if Brad leaves the cue ball on the right-hand side of the table, giving Alec an open shot at that yellow, he will go game.
Look at this. He's actually tried to play that down the corner, obviously, and get over the hole, eliminate any possibility of Alec potting out. Still a really difficult spot Alec is in. Alec is actually checking this black to see if he can slip it under the reds over the pocket.
Oh, run off as a reverse plant.
Yep. Play the yellow off the black and see if he can slip the black over the hole. Put Brad in a bit of trouble. I don't think it's on, but let's find out. It's close, but if anything, he's caused a little bit of traffic. But I can almost guarantee Brad's just going to run up to this red on the right side cushion and get a snooker.
Yeah.
Little double kiss. Bury the white hard up on the one to the left of it. Well, took the more risky away.
See, I don't like people that, no, I don't like that shot at all, right? It's so easy, especially when you're fatigued. Yeah, oh yeah, just roll over here, but oh no, I've just dumped the white.
I think you want to hit it a bit straighter to be fair, but...
Because if he dumped the white there, right, ace has gone game.
Well, even if he does dump the white, that's still a pretty tricky out. You have a look at the balls. You've got to make a good opening pot or a good development shot first shot, and then clear.
See, ace doesn't have to do anything with the black. He can quite happily leave it there because it will go in off the other red.
No, it won't.
I think it will.
Not now.
Yeah, not what he's done with that.
It's not a bad shot from Alec. Restricts to one visit and leaves Brad no opening shot.
When they called Travis, I was very much hoping they weren't calling for Chuka.
Oh, God. Had a few socials today, Chuka. He's enjoying himself down here.
Yeah, he's knocked the top off a couple.
Tell you what, that's not the worst shot in the world. That's a super shot from Brad. I did not see that. Excellent shot. This is all white ball now.
Straight is here. Yeah, so he's not quite straight.
I don't care what he is, but you've got to play this ball in the middle first and jack up a touch and just stun it if you have to.
Sorry, viewers, I just hit the Jamie Stevens thing. I'm picking him on the wrong colour.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's a nice shot.
And this is what I was talking about earlier in his last frame. He is now presented with a series of shots that he can actually just use natural angles and side cushion. Rather than having to play the stun shot and execute the shot perfectly to land where you want, you are more using the natural angles. And Mick Hill calls it knowledge. So meaning that you have the knowledge of where it's going to go every time.
Yeah.
You're just letting it plain ball. Whereas if you've got to stun this, it's more an execution shot, a skill shot, which means you could play that shot and get 10 different results. Depending on how well you cue the ball, how hard you grip the cue.
I think Brad's taking the ball in the centre next.
You just do not do that.
No. You go to the top right, go take the top ball.
All right, now let me explain to you the path I would have taken here. I would have played that ball, come off side rail, and tried to basically leave myself a mirror image angle at the other end of the table.
A half ball shot.
Anything but straight is fine. Then I'm coming centre table, I pop the red into the middle and stun on the yellow, and you cannot not be on the black.
Yeah.
Now he's going to be presented with a position where he's actually got to get on the black thing. He might still clear the yellow, but now he's going to have to travel the white.
Yeah, and the more you travel the white, the more chance you've got to stuff up your positional shot.
Right. He's feathering this a long time. See, and this is trouble. This is not an easy shot compared to what he could have had.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's still gettable, don't get me wrong, but what I'm trying to, I guess, show the audience is there is a way you can simplify this out and have minimal risk, and there is a way you can play it to just really make it tough on yourself and maximise your chances of losing the frame from it.
And that's what the better players do better than anyone else. They simplify the game. There's a lot of stuns, a lot of punch shots, right? Minimal travel on the cue ball. The less it has to travel, the easier the game is.
Yeah, and I mean, having said that, I just spoke about playing one shot and travelling up the other end of the table. Now, at the end of the day, you had to do it sometime sooner or later.
Yeah.
You can't just stun the white and it can't go to the other end of the table.
Yeah.
But I'd much rather use natural angles, plain ball if I had the choice, rather than have to stun balls or have to play them off the rail like this.
Well, that's one thing I've actually learnt. Right, I'm going to pump up your tyres a bit here from doing a bit of commentary stuff with you. It's about linking balls to the black ball, right? And I actually look at that more when I'm playing now. Okay, which colour will I use as my last colour to gain easier access to the black?
Yeah, sometimes you can actually try mapping the out in reverse. So say, okay, there's the black, what's my ball on the black, and then work backwards.
Yeah.
I tend to look at what my last ball is going to be on the black and then go back to the start and map to that ball, if that makes sense.
Yeah. You better watch out for the in-off here.
I think he can screw enough to miss it, but he's just girly there, so he hasn't given it a chance. At least reach the pocket. And I know exactly how Brad feels that shot because he has actually tried to control every aspect of that shot. The white ball, exactly where it went, you know, the pace. He tried to control that too much, and as a result, he hasn't reached the pocket.
He's got to start playing shots with a bit of conviction.
Oh, that's just made it.
Wow.
But yeah,
very much wiped its feet.
I hope
didn't
Brad goes back and watches this, and he'll actually see how simple the out was that I presented in comparison to the way he played it. And I just don't think he saw it more than anything, and hopefully he didn't, because that means he can learn from it.
Come on, Alec.
Look, either he didn't see it, or you know, he's going, no, this is easier for me. I'm more comfortable doing it this way.
How important is this? I just realised it's race to 8. He's on. It's 7-5 now. He's on the hill. Brad's under the massive pump you can get now. Oh, what a shot from who is that? Cameron?
That's Cameron.
Every time I turn around, he's playing some freak shot, but then he misses the black. That's probably why the score's 6-4 and not his way. Geez, I've mozzed this poor bloke. Every time I give him a wrap, he just misses.
One thing I've noticed with a lot of pool players, you know, you get such a vast, massive variety of how they actually cue a ball. You know, right, so many people say 1, 2, bang. Right, they're not actually taking time to sight to make sure that they're actually cueing the ball properly, which is what you're supposed to be doing when you do that.
Oh, you look at Benny Noonan. Once he's flying, he literally takes a second to play over a shot. Yeah. Once he's down on the cue.
Yeah, I was watching Ben play earlier, right, and he was doing what he normally does, just very nonchalantly running around the table, just smashing balls in all over the place at ridiculous angles and doing it with ease. You know, he makes the game look ridiculously simple. Right? But his cueing is just so natural. Right? His cueing is so natural that he can do that, and he's got supreme confidence in what he does and what he can do.
Yeah, he knows no other way, Ben. He knows, he believes in himself, and he's a shot maker.
Oh.
This is not the sort of. Actually, you know what?
That's a
that shot, Brad.
big shot from
Just give
Brad.
himself a chance to clear. Oh,
He's got one dodgy one.
do you reckon that one? Do you reckon that yellow? It doesn't pass bottom left, does it? But it will go top right and
Goes top
in the
right.
middle, in the right middle.
Yep.
So if you can stun down on this ball on the rail and promote
And
it.
he'd want to do it.
See that? Okay, I'll explain that shot as well. He's cued that. He hasn't cued that sweep, and what I mean by that is he hasn't got through the ball in a nice controlled way, because what happened with the wide ball is it skidded before it arced.
Yes.
Now, if he actually punches that really fluently, not too hard, the wide ball doesn't have a little arc, it doesn't have any skid, it just glides bang straight down on the ball.
Yeah.
And that is all cueing.
And that's the sort of thing that I've actually been practicing a fair bit. Right, make sure I get like really sweet timing and stuff like that. And it's getting there. I've always been able to work a cue ball, right, but nothing near the extent of what your top snooker players can, or your Rusty Wheelers and all the rest can, you know. But right, it's all time and practice, viewers. Time and practice.
Top, good sort of recovery, backup safety shot there from Brad. And don't get me wrong, I'm not canning the hell out of Brad here. It's not my intention at all. My intention more is to hope that he goes back and watches this, and then learn something from it. And someone might be at home watching, going, you know what, geez, I do that.
Yeah.
And then they might go, geez, I didn't think about why it happens.
Yeah.
And then suddenly they might improve from it as well. And my job's done. I've taught someone something just by talking about it.
Yeah. You've performed a community service. And not just when the judge tells you to.
I haven't got Judge Judy yet.
No. One.
Chuka's going off in the background. I hope we can't hear that.
Chuka is going berserk at the minute.
It's just a joke, but he's just going off. He's had a few socials.
Oh no, Chuka's going at Mick Reardon. This could end real bad.
I think they're just mucking around.
Oh yeah.
It's only you. Oh, McClain. Go ahead, Inca. On the winner's side. Wow. Oh, that's the table I played on first. I hated that table. Nah, the one up there. Oh, no, sorry, it was the corner one, yeah. Yep. Alec, a bit of
Yeah, we've just had word that. Sorry to interrupt, Jamie. We've just had word that Mick Cloney's up 10-9 on Steve Denton. So
that must have been going for at least 3 hours, that match.
It's been going a while.
Bit of crazy town there. I actually knew the 2020 clock would not get enforced, because at the end of the day, who wants to sit when they're playing a tournament or they're trying to socialise after they've been knocked out?
Yeah.
And sit there and do 2020 timing. It's not happening.
Oh, exactly. If you win, right, a lot of people are wanting to either disappear for a while or get something to eat or have a drink or whatever. And people that have lost their first round match have pretty much been straight back onto a table as well. So
and I just if I get asked to
look
do it,
out. Oh.
If I get asked to do it, I just say, oh no, sorry, commentary duties.
Yeah, my personal favourite is got to go, got a thing. So
Man about a dog. Rash shot there from Alec, and it's just sort of turned into a bit of a dodgy frame. This, I still think this ball goes, this bottom, like the yellow in the cluster of reds, sort of still goes.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it clears up to the top right.
It's just whether Brad's got the kahunas to sort of get behind and knock it in. And you don't want to be getting on it off the ball on the bottom because you probably want to use that as your next ball. Then you can play the red as yellow as a bit of a shot to nothing.
Yeah.
Not a good shot. Not a good shot.
Not good at all. He's overhit that by a considerable
I
margin.
feel now, if you want to win this match, you have to pop this ball over the bottom hole, get behind this yellow, knock it in, and go game. I mean, you don't have to do it, but geez, I don't know.
I'll tell you, he's nowhere near straight on this either.
Starting to see a bit of a repeat of things going on. So,
But the camera will pretty much say, hey, yeah, look, that looks dead straight, but it's very much not.
man, look at this. Who wants to play this shot? And even if he pots it, he's not going to be on anything except this bottom ball again. So now he's on this bottom ball I just spoke about. And all it does is make, well, I suppose he's got the top, I suppose he's got the cut up the top, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he's made this out so much harder than what
Can you hear him? Can everyone hear him? I'd just like to do an informal interview with Melissa Crawley. She doesn't know that we're interviewing her or I'm talking about her right now, but she's decided to get her phone out to show a little bit of a low shirt line. Looking straight at the camera. I don't think she's got a clue that it's on. But anyway, that's gone now.
Yeah, Brad's playing too conservative.
I think at that point there, when he just set that over the hole, I kind of think he had to do it in the end. He made it too hard on himself. And even when I said if he wants to win this match, he's got to play the ball over the hole and take the long ball, it was actually really difficult out. And as I said, I'm probably getting tired.
Oh.
I probably want this match to be finished.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And Nick Kyriakos is on the hill as well. No tennis racket. He's using a pool cue tonight.
Yeah, it'd be awfully hard to try and hit balls with a tennis. Hit pool
Haven't
balls
seen him
with a
throw
tennis
one
racket.
tantrum yet though, so it can't be Nick Kyriakos.
No, he's bottling him all up. But still after the tournament, then he goes berserk. To all the people singing karaoke at the moment.
Oh, that's missed by a long way.
But what's the point in playing that shot? There is none. Have a look where he's left his cue ball. It's
I think the
way
whole
out.
idea was the plan, and then basically sort of committing to what I said all along. You know, he's sort of got himself in a position where he's
but
running out of options.
if he's trying to use that as his link ball to the black, he's got to make sure he's on the left-hand side of straight, right? So he can knock it in up the top with a heap of top spin. Otherwise, he's going to snooker himself.
Or screw back off the bottom rail and play the black in the same pocket, or the middle.
Yeah. But again, it's making it a hell of a lot harder than what it actually needs to be.
Absolutely. At the same time, though, Alec sort of can't really pot out here at the moment either. And he didn't actually play the greatest of positional shots this year. He's trying to play this inside the yellow. Wow, I actually don't agree with that shot, I'm afraid. I just don't think that was required.
Is it just me, or is Ace does they seem to be playing a lot more
I think
aggressively
he's
at the
just trying to
moment?
finish this match off. He wants to go home. He's had
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Like he wants to just close this match out, come back fresh tomorrow.
Oh my God, can you really blame him
I
though?
don't blame anyone out there at the moment. It's late. And there's been a
It's
few
now
matches
after
played.
midnight, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's 12:19.
And a lot of these
Colby
guys
should be home in bed by now.
and a lot of these guys have been here since 8:30 in the morning, so it makes for a very, very long and tiring day. But that's the whole point of big guns.
That's it.
You know, it's a test of endurance.
Yeah, there is a war of attrition going on out here, unknown to the viewers.
Brad's going to try and take this down the rail off
Has
the
to
big
go
pocket.
into this pack, have a dip. That has worked out sensational.
Tell ya, if that passes, he has got the
Absolutely
result
passed.
of the
He could have put
year.
it better with his hand.
Oh, I don't think it goes.
I reckon it goes.
No, I don't think so.
I'm making the call right now.
He is.
It has to go.
He is sighting the hell out of this.
Has to go. The hardest part about this maybe might be holding the white.
Wow.
We just had a shot there from Cameron Parker.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. He played that shot with conviction.
Didn't get a result on the black at all. He's in fact it just goes nowhere. I wonder if it'll sneak off the yellow here at the bottom right. I don't think it will.
No, I don't think it will
I
either.
have to play the reverse double top left hand corner.
We're certainly not afraid to have a dip.
Had no choice there. Had to go into him. The big risk was potting the yellow over the pocket, and he managed to avoid that. So here we go. What is Brad? I'm going to assume run through off the top rail, back out again.
He's certainly keeping an eye on the ball.
See, it flew in. It flew in.
He even kissed off the other yellow.
Did he kiss off it? Did he?
He kissed off it, yeah.
I wonder if he's on this. It doesn't, from the camera view, it doesn't look like he's on it. And I don't reckon.
Oh, look out. This is a great shot by Cameron Parker. He played the double into the top left corner as you predicted and just
I'll tell you
absolutely
right now, if
hit
he
it
was
like
right
a
behind that, he'd
champion.
have missed it. He needs to leave himself ridiculous shots by the looks of things.
I had that a few times today. 2 shots on a black, right? Easy shot on the black. Stuffed it up like an absolute moron. Left myself the thinnest of thin cuts and nailed it centre pocket. So,
Brad's gone back to the old containment shot. Not a bad shot actually, because I don't know how easy it is to get safe, but I think the bottom of those 2 reds will go in the middle.
Come on, Skipper.
I'll tell you what, it starts getting quite interesting when the local crowd and the pool community start to mingle together and start to interact.
especially when they've all had the odd bevy or 6.
Plenty of swear words and abuse flying around all over the place. Looks like the outside one. Oh, he's played a snooker.
Looks like Mickey C must have got the better of Steve Denton because Steve Denton's just been called up to play his repechage match now too.
Wow.
So after same thing that happened to me, after about a 4-hour session in the best of 21, you've got to come straight back in and play a race to 8.
And they'll finish at probably 2:33 a.m. So maybe another late night for some people. And whoever wins that will have to come back and play at 9 tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's right.
That's rough.
Now I tell you, that makes Dan really happy because I think that is the last of the repechage matches to go up.
I don't think it'll go on the stream table.
No. And because these two, they've already called the table, so they're not going on a stream table, so it means Dan can go home and get some sleep.
So after these matches are finished, ladies and gentlemen, we will be done for the night. I hope you did enjoy the coverage today. We've had a few people on the mic on and off, and hopefully provided some good insight, a bit of entertainment.
And I tell you, I must say, the T-shirts that were designed by,
shots.
that's huge by Brad.
But look at the white, look at the black. It's got nothing.
Yeah.
There's 2 shots I can see here. Punch this black off the right-hand side red half ball. You can't dolly it. You've got to punch it to create the angle.
I don't think he's got the angle to do it.
The other shot is the back double in the middle.
Back double in the middle. Yeah, but no, what I was saying before, the T-shirt, or the Big Guns 2017 T-shirts that were designed by, I believe it was Travis and Melissa, or associated other parties, I reckon they look absolutely brilliant. They look really, really good.
Oh,
Back to, that is sick. That is absolutely sick.
Now, if Brad was a more tempered sort of guy, his cue would have javelined across the room into that air conditioning unit at the top of the roof there. Would have probably set a new Olympic record, but as it turns out, he's
he's
cool
looking
customer.
really, really dejected at the moment.
Oh, you
poor
can't
bugger.
really feel anything else, but that was a sick way to lose that match.
Oh, yeah.
Sensational double. And he's actually got the word doubled on the back of his shirt. What's that all about?
Double D.
Oh, double D.
Two D's in Brad.
Ah, and I was just hanging on him about that before.
Yeah. Brad.
Right, now will this be the final frame for the night, ladies and gents, or will there be another twist in this match?
We've got to see if Nick Kyriakos can knock this one out.
He needs an ace. Oh, that's...
Oh, no, he's just hit a double fault.
It was 15 love and then he's hit a double fault.
I must say, he's got a very compact, really neat cue action too.
Cameron Parker reminds me for some reason of Steve Halliday. Every time he gets down, I think of Steve Halliday. Actually, he's a pretty tall unit.
Maybe he's Steve Halliday's doppelganger.
No, he's a relatively tall guy. Wouldn't want to run into him in a dark alley.
He's about 6 foot, 6'1", somewhere around there.
He might be a bit taller than that.
I know, the camera angle's fairly deceptive.
I reckon it makes you look a bit fatter, eh?
Oh, God, don't say that. Well, I'm never getting on the camera then. I'd look like a bloody beached whale.
Yeah, I looked a little bit chubby.
Of course, if you look chubby, I look dead set obese, mate.
I actually don't look too bad. It's just nobody notices.
Oh, Ace, what was that?
Too busy seeing me head, and then they go, "Oh God, that head is no good."
No, it's not the head, it's the beard, mate. That's why I got rid of mine.
I'm going to get rid of the beard tonight or tomorrow morning.
Oh, you got to clear that with the good lady wife first.
Actually, I might not get rid of it. I've got to be up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, actually.
I'm surprised you're driving backwards and forwards from bloody Ballarat.
Oh, I like my bed.
Bring it with you. hire a truck to stick it in the back.
So Cameron Parker is going to put us through a little bit more pain.
You want to draw this back, you won't want to run it forward. Oh, look at that.
He should double this in the top left-hand corner.
What, layer up like what you did? No, this Cameron Parker, he's got game to him. When he gets going and really gets in the balls, he's going great.
Big sigh from Dan. No offence, Cameron, but if you were 7, we'd be wanting you to win right now. But you know what? We may as well see a 7-all. We may as well, as long as it's a bit more attacking. And you can almost guarantee if it gets to 7-all, last frame's going to be this clustery, horrible frame that takes half an hour, like they always are at Hill. Oh, and he's gone at a toilet break just to make it worse. What's going on here?
Hey, Dan, I honestly think they're just taking the piss out of you now, mate. Yeah, toilet break.
This must be where Nick Kyriakos sits down in that little bench thing and they pull the umbrella thing over their heads and he eats a banana.
Hey, this could be the tantrum that we've been expecting
He
from...
might be in there punching walls.
Yeah, you never know. Oh, yeah.
Tell you what, though, around the room, there's plenty of matches still in play that have got a bit of golf left in them.
There is heaps going on at the moment.
After the night, no offence, viewers, but we've had enough.
And Enrico Di Giorgio has finally got his round 4 repechage opponent.
Geez, Enrico's got a bit tired. He's pushing, what's he pushing, 60?
Oh, yeah.
By the way, I need to apologise to Alec. I said something about him being mid to late 50s or something earlier.
Yeah.
Kev Harvey messaged me, he's 49. It's just a little bit off the mark on that one, so sorry, Alec.
Oh, just blame the camera angles. It's the safest way to do it.
He's just been around for so long.
Yeah. No, I was talking to Enrico earlier, and he was saying that these tournaments, he's happy to play like 3-hour, 4-hour sessions and stuff like that. But when he's sitting around waiting for 7 hours in between matches and so on, he said it's just so tiring.
Yeah, look,
it really knocks it out of him.
Just part of the trade, unfortunately. I tell you what, have a look at. Give me a bottle of water out of the way. The yellows, maybe. And it's getting real loud in here as well now as the nightlife really starts to kick into gear.
There's certainly a few interesting characters walking around at the moment.
Sherbet in the room. Actually, you know what? I actually like red, yellows here, but play the red on the yellow and just clear the pocket. Could also play this bottom yellow in the bottom left corner and then extract. But he says no, shut up.
He's going red.
There's a bit of a forward movement.
Yeah,
doesn't he?
He's got a lot of body movement. Like he cues the ball really nicely. Like very compact when he cues, but he's got a lot of bloody body movement, doesn't he?
Oh, what is he doing? This is, you know what that's just done? Made this frame go for long.
Yeah.
Unless Cameron says no, gonna pop this, which I would do if I was him.
Dan, add another 10 minutes onto this frame time.
It's good. He's cleared it. Good shot. I don't know why he didn't just play the yellow and just Chinese snooker instead of just potting the red outright.
I thought Steve Denton was already playing.
Oh my God. Marcus Harrison and John Russell. I bet you that's been going for 4.5 hours already.
It's been going for a little while. Jason Foster's also playing over in that area of the room as well.
He's been playing for 3.5 days over there. He started his match and I played and finished mine. They're still going. I've been finished, what, an hour now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a weak shot. Oh, I tell you what, it's managed to gain some traction though.
He's really got the pace of the table just nicely, doesn't he?
Yes. Oh, that's this shot. He's actually not got the best result with the white.
It's a rather large pot though.
Very nice pot. I think the yellow goes too. I think even that slight little nudge actually made it even more available. What's he doing here? Right, that's a really clever shot. Unless this red's on.
Oh, if Nick Kyriakos was to actually slow himself down and address the ball a little bit better, right, he could be anything with his action. But he just walks up to the table, just gets into what position he wants to play the shot.
Yeah, he's rushed that one a little too. He's sort of just thrown the full handbag at it.
Yeah, I think he's trying to wrap it up a bit quicker than what he probably should.
Yeah, well, I mean, 7-6. I know if it gets to 7-all, he actually Cameron goes favourite because he's got the momentum.
Yeah.
And Cameron also looks the more cool, calm, and collected of the two at the moment as well. More methodical.
All right. Alec.
Sick way that Brad lost.
Yeah. Followed the bloke and went him off.
And a sick double it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, 7-5 down. He is
Nick Kyriakos.
tennis player.
Yeah, tennis player.
He's looking for the ace every shot at the moment. All right, I'm annoyed. JJ, wash your mouth out. That is not a Jamie Stevens shot. Jamie Stevens would have actually had a dip here because there's already a dead red on the table.
No, Jamie Stevens would have layered up like he did earlier.
To be completely honest, I don't like that shot because all it does is make it harder for you to pot out. And I don't like that shot either because it was keeping him in the frame.
Yeah.
And so now I pop this ball over the hole. It's useless. Get some position with it. You don't need to do this.
Although he's got the pace on that pretty well, right?
Yeah, look, it's a good shot and everything. It's just... Oh.
See, body movement again.
And the jaws.
Yeah.
So stupid along the rail
Yeah.
these tables. But
But he threw everything at that one. He tried for the 210k an hour race.
Yeah, he's upgraded the axe to a chainsaw. Just chop that up like you wouldn't believe. Now, you have to think that Cameron Parker will commit to the out here.
Well, there's no reason why he shouldn't. I mean, everything's readily accessible.
He really does look a lot more fluent than his opponent at the moment. He looks the better player, and he's trailed the whole match.
Oh, that's an unfortunate little soft kiss on the yellow, right, as the other one went through to the top corner. I just nudged it up to the rail.
Yeah, it's not nice. He should still be okay.
Look,
I wonder if he's got any angle on this yellow to take him sort of the top end of the table.
Look, the ball is potable, but it's super, super thin. Well, you didn't end up losing the white ball.
Oh, he had the angle going the wrong way. Now, that ball on the rail at the top there is now his last ball.
Yeah, it has to be. But then position off it gets a hell of a lot trickier.
Well, position off the... Basically, his black ball is going to be the positional shot off the shot after this. Because the ball on the rail is going to be automatic position if you can just get up.
Oh, the black goes into both corners.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be really tricky to get position off the ball over the hole. After he plays the ball on ball, it's going to be tricky to swing around the angles and get position. And that's why he's refusing it.
No, I wouldn't be playing this shot now.
He's just going to lay up. That right there is the percentage shot. That's what that is. He didn't want to take a risk.
Yeah, but when you're down 7-6, you're trying to get it to hill, you know, and your balls are open, accessible, all the rest of it, and the black goes. Why wouldn't you have a go?
What happens if you miss the out from there and lose all control of the frame? That's what's going through his head. He's got full control. He doesn't want to blow it. And I kind of don't blame him for playing that shot. And all Nick Kyriakos is trying to do is... I've got to stop calling him Nick Kyriakos. All he's trying to do there is just cover the black and just make it more difficult.
Yeah.
This is still tricky. He's got to pick this gap between the two reds. Or he can hit it thinner and come cross table and then back to sort of centerish table again, and swing the ride around off 2 rails, or just clip it in thin, leave himself a sort of slightly harder black. He's going to try and pick the gap. This can go wrong. Played it really well. That's a super shot.
He really has decent control of that cue ball. When he's in, he's got really good control.
So this is going to the hill. It is. There's one good news about this black going in, and that's that we can't have any more frames after the next one. So we're going to a tiebreaker.
And Dan is just about ready to start smacking heads.
Cameron Parker's like, no stress, brother. Done this many times. No, I actually have never seen this guy before, but he plays all right. Not sure about his shoe selection, but we'll leave that alone.
Oh, Jamie's playing Fashion Police again.
It's pretty rough, me playing Fashion Police.
Well, it's scary. Have a look at that beret that Travis Martin was walking around wearing earlier.
Oh, he loves his beret, Travis Martin. Well, there you go. Ball over the hole, but not wanted. He wanted it in. Have to question what ball was on next, actually, after that. Oh, that's landed terrible. But he's going to be Chinese snookered. He's got a... Oh, maybe he's actually on this ball down the rail. Okay, fair enough. Oh, that's not good. And that's a foul. And Nick Kyriakos has a chance to close this match out. I personally think that was the wrong choice of shot. I would have actually played the Chinese snooker shot in this bottom red and then punched that ball up inside. Yeah. Much less room for error.
Yeah, anytime you're trying to really cut a ball super thin up a rail, there's just so many things that can go wrong.
So this match is over, folks.
Yeah, I don't see Michaelides getting this one wrong at all.
That is 15 love. This is 30 love. 40 love coming up.
Now, weren't you the one saying you got to stop calling him Nick Kyriakos?
I'm not. I'm just saying. 40 love. And he's going to serve an ace, game, set and match, to Kyriakos Michaelides. I think I said that right, Michaelides. We're just going to call him Nick Kyriakos for fun. Yeah. I'm sure he won't care. He just won. Anyway,
hey, look, folks, Steve Halliday is still here.
We are done for the night.
All right.
I hope you enjoyed the coverage. We'll be back again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m.
Enjoy, people.
Good night.